So welcome to this first moon meditation of the year. Today, we're going to work with the new moon in Capricorn. It's a very, very strong moon. Perhaps you have felt it already. Otherwise, maybe the information that I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to help you understand why it's a very potent moon. So today, the moon is in 20 degrees 44 of Capricorn. Like every new moon, it's a wonderful moment to see the intentions. But this particular one, it's even a more auspicious moment because we are also at the beginning of a new year. So it's the energy of beginnings, the energy of seeding is very, very present. And it's an excellent moment to seed your intentions for the new year, for example, or any intentions. It doesn't have to be for 2024. It can be shorter term or longer term, but anything that you wish to accomplish and to achieve, it's a wonderful moment to put it in the field for it to happen. It's the fifth moon that happens at that between 20 and 21 degrees of Capricorn, which gives it extra expansion and extra energy of renewal as well. So we've been working a lot last year about transformation, renewal, shedding things that we don't need anymore, etc. And this degree is continuing to help us do that. So Capricorn. By now, perhaps you already know what Capricorn entails, but I'm just going to over it a little bit. Remember, Capricorn is about structure. It's about planning. It's about getting ready. It's about getting ready to manifest. Capricorn is the spiritual aspect of Earth, and its attributes are very, very connected to materialization, to manifestation. Its attributes are discipline, perseverance, the ability to stay focused, the ability to produce results, to continuously improve the results as well. So it's a very hardworking sign, but also very efficient because their work bears the fruits. The mantra of Capricorn is very, very interesting. It is I use, which means that it's an archetype that is very at ease with structures because it has the ability to make use of whatever is available in its environment. Anything, to put it to use, to get to its purpose. So that's a wonderful energy, again, to start the year with and to nurture the intentions, because we can take that in and hold it within and use it to achieve what we want to achieve. New moons have let's say, a time of gestation, which is usually the full moon in the same sign. And this year we have two full moons in Capricorn. And they happen round about the solstice, a day or two later, and 1 month later, around the 20th and the 21st of July. So it's very, very interesting. Remember what you're going to seed right now, and we'll go back to it in 6 months to see how much of it we have achieved. It's almost like, having twins, or sometimes you got eggs and they have 2 yolks and you feel like you're lucky. It's a little bit like this. It's that vibe that we are dealing with right now. So this is the placement of the moon in the sky, in Capricorn. Of course, new moon, it means that the sun and the moon are together in the sky. So that's our starting point. Then we're going to go see what happens with the planets that connect to the moon. We have Uranus, first of all. Uranus is in Taurus. It's connecting in a very positive way to the moon in a trine. And Uranus is vision, ambition. It's many other things, but in this instance, we can really focus on that, on Uranus that is calling for our visionary mind, for our higher mind as well, that can come up with ambitious, super creative goals and intentions. So we have really that opening to really dream big in a way. I'll come back to the dream part, but really be super ambitious about what you want without any fear of can I do it? It's of course it needs to be a little bit grounded as an intention and a goal, but it's really auspicious at the moment to dream really big. Talking about dreaming, we have Neptune that is in Pisces that is also connecting to the moon and sun. So this can bring us two things. On the positive aspect of that connection, it can bring us connection to the conscious mind, to the higher consciousness, sorry, to the unity consciousness, and it can fuel our goals and our intentions and our objectives with something very pure, very divine. But Neptune, especially when it's in its home in Pisces, it can also bring illusion. So for me, it's an energy to work very precisely with, to connect to bigger than us, but make sure that when we create those objectives for 2024, those intentions, that we stay with our feet grounded on earth. One tip that I would like to share with you about setting intentions and checking the vibe of your intentions and your goals. I would suggest that you close your eyes. For example, you have the list of things that you want to achieve for 2024. I would suggest that you close your eyes and you think of that objective and you put yourself in the moment when you have achieved it, and check your body. Check your body and feel how much joy it's bringing you. If it's bringing you joy, if you feel super happy, if you can picture yourself easily, etc., then bingo, it's something that has a real vibrational match with you. If you don't feel much, or if you feel something scary or some negative emotion, it doesn't mean that you need to throw it away, but it means that you need to check that you're looking at that subject or that goal from the right perspective. So maybe ask yourself if it's the right thing right now, or if it's the right way to reach that goal, if there's any other way, and maybe take a little bit more time to understand why you have that on your list and what's the best way to get it. And let's continue with the planets. We have Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, so it's very interesting to see what's happening with Saturn. And we have Saturn that is connecting with Jupiter and Mars. In short, the message of that is expand and act on your goals, in the sense that we do have the help to do that. So Jupiter, we know, is the planet that expands anything that it touches, and Mars is helping us to be very active, to be in action with what we do. So perhaps you felt over, like, since the first week of the new year, that you feel like you want to do things, you want to make them happen, and that's the influence of Mars being in Capricorn, and here it's connecting to Saturn on top of that. It's also a pointer to really build the structures that will support our goals. Like to be, Saturn has that, Saturn is also the master of time, it's Chronos. So it has that patience to build everything that it needs to be built to support whatever things that they want to achieve. Mars is in Capricorn until the 13th of February. So we have a month more or less to use that energy to put everything in place to support everything we have set our intention for. Okay. What else do we have for this moon? We have Mercury. Mercury, since the beginning of the year, is going direct. Remember, for the last few weeks of the year, it was retrograde since somewhere close to the middle of December. And on the 1st, it started moving direct. So it's going on its natural course, and it's crossing the galactic center. A few moons ago, we spoke about that, but now, because it's going back on the other side, it's crossed the galactic center, and that's really a mark for inspiration. So remember, Mercury is Hermes, is the messenger of the gods. And here, being aligned with the galactic center, which is the actual center of the galaxy, and it's also the source of energetic particles that come to Earth, that bathe the Earth. So it's like, in a way, being connected to the cosmic mind, to the divine consciousness. So we can absolutely use that to plug into our soul, or our most high version, if you want. And to use that to plan the year and to create the reality that we want to set for ourselves for this year. A couple of other things that I wanted to talk to you about for this moon is round about, I think, September, something like this, the last quarter of the year, or a little bit more, we've had many planets that were retrograde. So it felt like things were a little bit not slowed down, but, you know, not completely flowing. Now, except one planet, which is Uranus, which is going to move direct towards the end of the month, all the planets have moved direct. So, which means, and we have spoken about that before, things are going to be accelerated because now everything is in the flow. Let's go over one more thing before I develop that question about what's going to happen for next year. On the 21st of January, we're going to have a big shift of energy. We're going to have Pluto that is going to move signs. It's going to go out of Capricorn, where it is right now, in the last degree of Capricorn, and it's going to move into Aquarius. It's a huge shift of energy. Last year, it did a transit into Aquarius and went back to Capricorn. And this year, most of the year, it's going to be in Aquarius. It's going to go back between September and November into Capricorn. For sure, there must be some unfinished business that it's going to go back there to finish. And then it's going to enter definitely and finally for good into Aquarius. It's a big shift of energy because it happens once every 248 years. And it's going to stay in that sign until 2043. So it is a big deal. And that's going to change a lot, the configuration of the energy and the makeup of the energy we're going to be working with. Check in your chart, in your birth chart, where Aquarius falls, and see which area of your life is going to be affected. If you don't know, you can write to me on Heartbeat or send me a message, and I can help you find out what that area is. So we have that change on the 21st of January. On the 27th, we have Uranus that is moving direct, and that's that. And we're moving into faster flows, let's say. At the same time, that's on the one hand. On the other hand, remember last year, we worked a lot on releasing, on healing, on restructuring, on opening, on connecting to our inner self, our, most inner essence. We did a lot of, let's say, reorganizing of our energies, of our histories, of ourselves, and all of this. Now, with the new energies that are coming, we're going to have much less time to do that. And the idea will be to create, manifest, seed things for the coming years. The big work is what we did last year. Now it's another type of work. Of course, you might have felt that there are still things, still little shadows that are coming up, little conflicts, things. It's like little crumbs that need to be dealt with or looked after. That's fine. We have the bandwidth to do that, but the focus is going to be on something else. That's my point, really. And for that, it's going to be very important to have our vibration in order, because as things are going to be moving fast, we won't have time to do all the work that we've done last year. So how do we make sure our vibration is in order? By checking in and understanding within what is it that we are tuning to. I'm going to use an aspect that is in the charts today to explain what I mean. We have, until very recently, most of last year, we had Pluto squaring the nodes. The North Node in Libra and the South Node in Aries. These are our collective destiny. But of course, this affects us and we affect our collective destiny as well. So, in short, the South Node is what we are leaving behind and where we're coming from, and the North Node is where we're heading to, and where we are directing our efforts. Aries is, if we take its positive and negative side together, or its positive expression and negative expression, or more conflictual expression, it's I am. So the connection to the I am, our deepest essence, that's the positive expression of it. And the conflictual expression of it is warrior energy, is selfishness, self-centeredness. And on the North Node, on Libra, the positive expression of Libra is balance, equilibrium, like being in balance with ourselves and with the rest of the world, in right relationship with ourselves and the rest of the world. And in its negative expression, it's being, one of them at least, is being trapped in the judgment of others. It's not being able to choose. So we have an opportunity here to tune into these two aspects on their positive expression and to use that as our compass, and to constantly remind ourselves that this is where we need to vibrate from the I am, and to stay in balance and in equilibrium with ourselves, with others. That way, why am I talking about all of this, and why am I taking so much time to explain that? Because this is the quickest and most efficient way to create a peaceful and positive environment for ourselves. Because we create it from our vibration, not with our thoughts, not with our actions, but with exactly who we are. And that's the most immediate attractor to realities. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. So it's very important to watch your vibration. Of course, you always have the choice. But you have these energies that are available and we can tap into them. And today, in particular, there is a good connection to these two nodes. And I think we can set the intention to tune into the vibration of the I am and tune into the vibration of balance and equilibrium, right relationship with ourselves, with the world, and to set the intention that we anchor that in our bodies, in our beings. And remember, even if these are points of collective destiny, especially in that particular chart, then for our personal charts is different. We do have the power to influence of our collective destiny, obviously. We are one in the collective. So whatever action, whatever vibration we tune into influences everyone else. And finally, I want to talk to you about a fixed star that is overlooking the sun and the moon in this particular point in Capricorn. This fixed star is Deneb. I think she's in the constellation of the Eagle, if I'm not... Yes, it is in the Eagle. So remember, the energy of the fixed stars are very subtle, very powerful, and very subtle energies. And when they are exactly at a certain point, which is the case today, they're like a laser beam. They send their energy in a very precise point. And today, I'm really glad that we are connecting to this one as well. Because Deneb is reminding us of our alliance with the divine and reminds us of our divine nature. It speaks about opening the mind and it holds the energy of transformation or transmutation as well from a terrestrial plane to a celestial plane. So all that we've been working with, which is allow ourselves to receive our higher wisdom and to remember our divine spark and to embody that, etc. We have incredibly powerful help with that today, on top of everything else that is happening with the galactic center, etc. What else can I tell you about Deneb? She's connected to major initiations and to contacting the highest spheres of the mind, which we already have elements of here, especially with Uranus and also with the galactic center. It's connected to awakening and to the balance of the three aspects of our being, the body, the soul, and the spirit. So we are really, you know, this star is kind of summarizes a good part of the information that's in the sky, which is about, remember, tuning to our higher self, let's say, or a higher mind, or to our I am, being in balance so that we can move on to a new plane, to a different plane. So to summarize, this is when we seed our intentions for the year or for even longer than that. It's time to be ambitious and grounded. Make sure you check where your intentions, goals come from by checking how they make you feel, but also by checking do they come from a place of from your higher self? Where do they come from? What's their origin? Is it from an egotic place, or is it from a higher place? Choose your vibration, and most importantly, open to receive the really truly potent energies of the stars today. So based on all of that, we are going to work today on empowering ourselves by tuning into our infinite potential that exists through time and space, and to align our energy to that frequency. So we're going to set the intention to find a point of neutrality within us that will free us from conditionings, limitations, so that we can activate our potential to manifest it. How does that sound?
Good. Very good.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me. Did you have a question?
No.
Ah, okay. All right. Shall we ask the oracle if they have an additional message for today? Ah, amazing. Okay, the message of today is nature.
Oh, beautiful.
Incredible. So, the voice of the cosmos speaks through the entire creation. The light and the breath of life find their resonance in all the elements of nature and their organization. You have recently manifested the desire to deepen your connection to the subtle world, and this is the message that we have come to bring to you. By getting closer to nature, its teachings, and its divine presence, you get closer to your true nature and all of your potential that is still dormant. Don't seek the secrets of the universe in the constructions that are too far away from the original art. The laws of life are all in nature, and nature is the most beautiful representation of that. What you seek to know, nature expresses it every day. The key is deepen your link with nature to deepen the knowledge of yourself and your hidden talents.
So beautiful.
Yes, very much so. Excellent. I love how it complements the messages from the stars, like with a very practical advice, let's say. Okay. Let's go to the meditation. I'm going to... Louisa, can I mute you? Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. Okay. And where is the sound? Here. And I'm going to start sharing. Okay. We should be all set. Can you hear it? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. All right. Make yourself comfortable. And we're going to start by massaging our body, informing it that we are going to let go of our limitations and tune to our potential for all times and spaces, bringing that information to our energetical field and our DNA, our cells. Massage your feet, your legs, your entire body, up to your head. And when you're ready, take a comfortable posture. Close your eyes. And start breathing through your nose, connecting to your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. If you need to, you can take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth to release any tension. Do that as many times as necessary. And when you feel it's enough, come back to breathing through your nose. Breathe softly. Now, become aware of your spine and place your attention in your heart. With each inhale, you draw in prana or energy from the earth through your roots, your root chakra, and from the sky through your crown. And at the exhale, this energy flows into your heart. Repeat this for a few cycles. Breathe in. And bring in energy from the earth and from the sky into your heart. And at the exhale, this energy flows in your heart. And now, imagine, feel, or see yourself tracing 4 circles. The first circle goes vertically from your heart above you to your left and circles back to your heart. As if you took your hand your left hand to make a big circle around you to your left. Now you trace a circle to your right, coming from your heart, going to the right hand side of your body and coming back to your heart. And now you trace a circle that goes behind you, going from your heart, going up, back, and down to come back to your heart. And you trace the fourth circle that goes in the front, goes up from your heart, goes in front of you, and circles back from below into your heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Observe the geometry you just created. And see that it looks like the structure of your toroidal field. Slowly, you see the structure filling. It fills up and your toroid field becomes fuller and fuller. With each breath, your field thickens. Until you find yourself surrounded in a sphere where the top and the bottom join in your heart. And now I place my attention on my feet. I see my ankles glow. And I perceive an infinite sign in that light, moving. And uniting my ankles. I take a deep breath in and I activate with the sound the nasal sound And I place my attention on my knees. And I see my knees glow. And in that glow, I perceive an infinite sign that vibrates in the area of my knees, in that halo of light. I take a deep breath in And I activate once again. And I move up to my roots, my root energy center. And I see it glow. And once again, I see an infinite sign. I take a deep breath in. And I activate. And I move up to my sacral. And I see that glow once again. A soft light surrounding my lower belly. And the symbol of the infinite. And I take a deep breath in to activate. And I move up to my plexus. I see that light glowing once again with the infinite sign. And I take a deep breath in to activate. And I move up to my heart. I see that light glowing once again. And the infinite sign vibrating. I take a deep breath in. And I activate. And I move up to the throat. I see that soft light glowing around my throat and the infinite sign. I take a deep breath in and I activate. And I go to my third eye. And I see a point of light inside my head with the infinite sign. And I take a deep breath in and activate. And I move up to my crown. And I see a violet light glowing around my crown and beaming up. And I see the infinite symbol vibrating. And I activate. And activate my entire toroidal field with the sound N or the sound A, whichever I choose. I become aware that each of my cells holds the information of my infinite potential. I understand that will, wisdom, and love allow me to awaken that potential. For I am the divine in action. I am the divine in action. I am the divine in action. I am. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And slowly I start moving my hands, my head, my entire body. Coming back here and now. And when I'm ready, I can open my eyes and come back here and now. Thank you for being here once again. I wish you a wonderful new year. I will see you at the next moon.